Yep, we can hear
Okay,
you.
let me, all right, cool.
Let me get my headphones. All right. You there?
Yep, I'm here.
Yep. All righty. Going live now. Hey, how you guys doing? Oh, we're already live. I must have hit the button while we weren't paying attention. Hello, guys. Welcome to the Debating Wolves. How you doing? This is Andre, your host. Please hit that like, share, subscribe, and definitely hit that donate link down there, especially from all the shit we going through with the trolls. I didn't realize we were live right now, but I'm gonna go ahead and say what we're gonna talk about today is this: people acting a fool when it comes to any involvement with the police, and then you wonder why you get killed. You know what I mean? Especially as a black people, is one of the things we always need to know is as a black man especially, do not act a fool. Do not show any type of hostility when dealing with any altercations from the police. Why? Because technically, they have itchy trigger fingers. You're definitely going to be looked at as a threat. Now, one of the things we can do to actually, we're going to go ahead and take everybody's opinion here. I'll go ahead and post a link in the chat room for the people that want to join. Not going to leave it up there too long. I fear we're just starting out. If you want to join, go ahead and click that link right there. If you want to join, and we'll go ahead and get the show started. But first, we want to say thank you, guys. Thank you for all the new subscribers, because I have seen that our subscriber numbers have jumped. So I appreciate all those out there. We're a little bit late starting the show today, but hey, I appreciate it, guys. You know how it is, black people, we always late for everything. We're going to be late to our own funeral. So I appreciate all the support and all of that. How you doing, Kimmy? Les, remind me to tell you something offline. You got a message there, and I want to relay that to you.
Okay, cool.
Make sure you get it. All right. Remind me to tell you, though. I may forget. But, guys, the people that want to know why the show was late, I had a problem at one of the houses I managed. Had a leak there I had to go take care of right before it was time to get on air. So you know how it is. If it ain't one thing, it's a motherfucking other, as they say, right? But basically, we're going to talk about, controlling our anger and bad situations, and, talk about ways of dealing with it, so that way we can all help each other out there. I'm going to give a few minutes to get the people into the show, let everybody know that we're on the air, and we'll go right into our topic. I see that there was another officer involved shooting today. I'm pretty sure that happens so darn much nowadays, it seems like shit. You might as well just, as soon as every time you turn your phone on, you're seeing one. Did you hear about that, Leslie, that officer involved shooting?
No, I did not. What happened?
Oh, okay. I don't know, is that you breaking up or is it me breaking up?
It might be me. How do I sound now? Am I clear?
You sound horrible. Maybe it's me.
No, it
Say
might be
something critical.
it might be my microphone. Hold on.
Say something critical. See if it's him.
What's going on?
No, it's me. Because he sounds like crap too.
Yeah, you sound good, Dre. I can hear you. Critical, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Body's clear. Oh. Good.
Might be that Apple, that Macintosh.
I don't even have a Macintosh, so now. Shit, I need one. I need one.
I used to be good at fixing the printers on those old Macintoshes. I don't know how they look.
If I see if I would have still been simping for Soto, I would have probably had a computer now. He said he was gonna actually help me out and get one on loan. But
You go to the pawn shop, get you a computer.
yeah, that's what I got to do, man. That's why I said I need everybody to click that like, share, subscribe, and definitely that donate button down there where we can do that. But right around now, I need to repair all the shit in this house from this storm last. Literally, we just got our phones back the other day.
Oh, okay.
Now, so the picture to be in, and I'm sitting up here now. They talking about another thunder and thunderstorms hitting our area tomorrow. I'm like, God, dog, ain't we had enough rain? I'm tired of rain. I am really tired of rain. I don't want to see it. I mean, I'm pretty sure don't people in California aren't they having a drought out there? They can send it out there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, people in Cali, man, they pray for rain. I think they only get it a few times a year.
Yeah.
Especially
I know
over.
Never mind. Go ahead.
Go ahead. What were you gonna say? Go ahead.
No, I think it's like a mountain area. Like one side of the mountain gets rain, the other side is completely dry.
Mm-hmm.
Some parts of California, or I'm talking about a whole different side.
Well, I know it doesn't rain a lot in Southern California because that's actually true from that song. Certain parts of it, they don't get a lot of rain.
Tony said it best, man.
It never rains in Southern California.
But yeah, let me check what's the topic? I didn't even check the topic.
Today, please don't act a fool when you're angry, especially with the
Yeah, because I guess when you at that stage of angerness, you react on the emotions first,
right?
Rather than logic.
Mm-hmm.
They do emotions first, then logic last.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Andre.
Can you name a time that you've actually done that yourself?
I don't know, man. I'm always a sound person, but I think maybe when I was younger in school, and the teachers sometimes would do something stupid, and I'll just get into, like, my thing was being stubborn. I was a stubborn person. Like, if the teacher pissed me off, I won't do no work. I won't do anything. If we were doing a test, I'm not doing the test. I'll take the 0 and live with it.
Wow, for real?
Yeah. I'm a very stubborn person. Like, I'll make my mind up. Like, I'll think about the consequences. Like, can I deal with the consequences?
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah, I'm dealing with it. So and the teacher they'll be even pissed. I won't be mad because I made my mind up about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess it's up to you. Have to make your mind up about it. But dealing with emotions, you already lost dealing with emotions. Can't go in a situation and you dealing with people that are at a sound mind.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is what they do every day. I mean, if you're dealing with a police officer, this is what they're trained to do, and this is what they expect for you to act. They're gonna expect for you to act emotion, so they're trained to deal with your emotion, and this is the way they do it. And then certain situations, I mean, you bound to get shot. Anyways, but you should, at the end of the day, you should use your intelligence. That's what you hear. I mean, that's what you got.
Yeah,
okay, but that's easier to say it, but I will admit that's hard to do.
Yeah, especially if you don't taught that. Yeah, you're right.
Any techniques you have that work for you to stop you from, say, going off when somebody pisses you off? I mean, maybe you can share those with the people that's listening. Maybe they can pick up something, learn something from you.
Let's see. Sometimes I just ignore the person. As long as nobody don't put their hands on me, then I can deal with them. But as soon as they put their hands on me, then it's a different story. But if they're not putting their hands on me, they're just saying a bunch of mess, sometimes you always can beat somebody with kindness.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
You can always, and once you hit somebody with kindness, they get shot. They like what? I don't know how to. That's when they're not used to dealing with somebody like that because they're used to dealing with somebody with emotions or just go off or will just go ahead and start fighting for no
Mm-hmm.
for a reason. But sometimes dealing with people with kindness. Somebody say, "Fuck you" and all this. All right, you know what? I'm gonna go the other way. You acting crazy, and just ignoring, especially it works especially with women. If you just ignore her,
Mm-hmm.
it kills her. You don't have to say
But,
nothing to her. You just be
but, a lot,
silent.
but a lot of times with women, most time when you ignore them, that usually makes it worse, don't you think?
Yeah, it does make it worse, but if that's what you want, if that's the result you want out of this whole thing, just ignore her.
I can definitely understand that.
Yeah, just like with the police, with women, if you react or you go off the deep end, um, you're bound to catch hazardous results. You're bound to catch hazardous backlash, which could ultimately get you killed, get you severely hurt, get your house burned down, your clothes bleached,
Yep.
all that shit.
Police and women.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah,
Say, oh shit.
I can agree with you, critical, on the fact that words are words. The way I look at it is everyone has the basic right of the First Amendment, according to the United States Constitution. So they have a right to
Mm-hmm.
say whatever they want, whether I like it or not. And I respect that first and foremost. So that allows me to not get upset or get angry because someone spouts off words. And I agree. If you put your hands on me, then that's a different situation because now you've just violated my rights. You
Mhm.
speaking isn't going to violate my rights.
Yeah.
But you putting your hand on me violates my personal rights. And at that point, I have the duty to protect myself, protect my family, protect my property, things like that.
Yeah. True indeed.
All right, guys, if you need the link, anyone in the chat room, just say link and I'll post the link. I'll keep taking it down just to keep the trolls out. We got hit yesterday with a lot of trolls, so do that for the next couple of days till everything calms down.
Man. But yeah.
Now,
But yeah.
I heard that
Good.
there was another officer involved shooting. Does anyone know anything on that? Have they released a video for it?
Nah, I had some information from my friend in Connecticut. They were saying
What did
police
they?
earnings. I had put a post. I had put a link in the Hangout.
I'll put it. Go ahead and post it here, and we'll see. We'll take a look at it.
All right. Let me see if I can find it.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, from what she was telling me, it was just car. They torched a police car. I didn't really listen to it. I mean, I didn't even go online. I just looked at the article. I glanced at it. And I'm like, damn, here we go again.
Well, not even the fact of that, but black people, please be calm. You guys don't realize something. When it comes to fighting with the police, unless you're doing like some hit quick that where y'all hit quick and go, you know what I mean?
Man,
Technically, it's on
they
a.
doing more than that. They actually looting stores and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
They actually hold on. Let me find this link because
Yeah, find that. Where was it on? What was it called? What was the name? I'll look it up now.
look up Milwaukee riot.
Okay, I'll look it up right now as we speak.
I mean, from to the picture that I saw, it was like Eric. It was like a helicopter picture. It was like two fires. It's like the crowd was it was crazy. Like, damn. Let me see. I gotta find out which trap room was I in. I think I was in this one. Here we go. Nope, that's not it. Damn.
Let's see, Milwaukee riots. I'm looking it up now.
I have to just go look it up on the computer.
Yeah, I'm looking it up now. But I said, is that what is that? What is it? Okay, it's involved over. They're writing because an officer involved shooting. Is that,
Yeah, officer shot somebody.
do they have any information on why? Because sometimes us black people, I will admit, we've actually
Let me see, Milwaukee.
sometimes we sit up here and what we'll do is this:
Right.
we'll go ahead and start rioting, but over a person who was out here, like say, selling drugs or shooting up people, like he just robbed a store with a gun, and then now
Mhm.
you mad because the police tried to apprehend the dude and he got shot. Well, what do you say? You expect he just pulled a gun out on somebody else, and that's one of our problems. A lot of times we fight for the dumbest people.
Yeah, true. You notice too that the people that are getting shot by the police are not wearing three-piece suits with briefcases. They're not lawyers, doctors, and biologists, and whatever. They
And
are. They're not clean cut. A lot of them have
criminal.
violent records. Things like that. And I don't just say criminal records because a lot of people have been busted for weed and minor offenses, but they got serious violent crimes under their belts. Um, it's not upstanding black folks that are running into these problems. It's mainly thugs and low life ratchet people from the hood.
Yeah.
So that right there tells me that there's not an issue that there's a police problem against black people.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're definitely. And also, I see someone say, you fix your clock. We're going to thank KP up there with the first donation right there. What do? We bought a battery and put in that clock up there. So
Oh,
thank
that's what's up.
you
Oh yeah.
right there. Thank you, KP.
You're welcome, man. I'm tired of looking at the same fucking time every day.
That was unlike anything I have seen in my adult life in this city. I hope I never see it again. For every member of this department, it was
Damn, you see that?
anything that they had
What's
seen.
that?
125 members of the National Guard are on.
You see that fire? That's what's going on. You see that police car?
Uh-huh.
Are they riding?
Yeah,
Wow. And what city is this in?
Milwaukee.
That's Sheriff David Clark's territory.
Yep.
And Sheriff David Clark don't play, man. He's not about that bullshit.
I guess he's trying to get the National Guard mobilized now.
That's what's up. Good for him, man. I have a lot of respect for that guy.
I don't know who David Clark is. The name sounds familiar, but I
He's the
can't.
sheriff over there in Milwaukee.
Right, but what did he do something? His name sounds familiar, so he must have been famous.
Was it on Fox or something?
Well, yes, he's usually on Fox. He's pretty much he's an outspoken conservative,
Okay.
and a lot of the liberals can't stand him. And you get the whole "you're a coon" type shit. The
Oh,
dude's just a straight up dude, man.
basically, they call him a coon because technically he's a black sheriff, evidently, right?
Yes,
So he's a black sheriff, and he's telling niggas, so you know what, y'all need to go ahead and get your shit together, and then everybody want to talk about him because he's saying that.
you got it.
Ain't nothing wrong with that to me. I mean, plain and simple, that's one problem with black people. We don't like to hear, I mean, somebody give their opinion on what the fuck. I mean, that you can with them, give them your opinion. Most of them can't handle opinion. And it's not that a lot of people don't realize if someone is nice enough to give your opinion and they're not screaming and hollering at you, basically they're really trying to save you. They're not trying to put you up under the bus. They're trying to save you.
Well, at that point, Dre, it's not an opinion. What people like Sheriff David Clark state are pure facts.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even an opinion. It's the fact that, hey, you know what? These people getting shot by the police are attacking police. They're resisting arrest. They're acting like thugs. And he brings up the same point that if you look at the unjustified homicides by police officers, it's a handful. You're talking, what, maybe 50 black people out of millions and millions of police interactions? There's not a problem there. That falls into the line of stupid cops, which you're going to have in every police force. And no matter how much training or how many safeguards you put into the policing system, you're never going to get rid of every single dumbass cop that's on the force.
Well, I don't have a problem with the police and all that. All I'm saying is, to me, I feel that every officer involved shooting should be investigated by a separate company not affiliated with the police. Now, you just investigate them all, I never complain again, because that way we know that the corrupt cops know that, hey, well, wait a minute, this is a separate company that we have no ties to are going to investigate this, and if they find us guilty, then we're fucked. Then I'm pretty sure that a lot of people will calm down, because I hate to say, a lot of niggas do need to be shot. I mean, I'm not even going to lie. The police pull you over, keep your hands where they can see them, talk nice, don't sit here and get an attitude with them. You get an attitude with them, what the hell do you expect? A lot of things like with the Karen games and shit, you brought that shit on yourself. For anybody out there sitting up there saying that people like her, even people like Mike Brown, what, dude just strong arm robbed the store. Say if all the shit after that was complete lie, he never reached in the guy's car, none of that shit. But look what type of frame of mind he was in within an hour. It's not like we talking about his criminal record from weeks ago. We talking about his criminal record from that day. That shows what type of mind frame he was in.
Yeah. But yeah, I do agree with that statement, Andre. I think the police needs to be investigated with a separate entity, and at the same time, until we get all the facts, we should not be acting like a damn fool. Because like that incident with that lady, I forgot her name, that was in that car. We didn't know that her
Land?
we didn't know that her huh?
What, Sandra, the one that they say hung herself in jail? Sandra?
No, the one that recently got shot in the car.
Gaines.
The one that was acting crazy.
Corn
The one that,
Gaines?
yeah, the one with the boyfriend hiding drugs in her house.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
The one with the paper cardboard license plate,
Oh, yeah.
screaming at sovereignty stuff, which you can't. It's not valid. I mean, you can't, it's just crazy. But they call her a hero now. Like, I don't see anything hero about anything horror a hero. I don't see anything hero about her.
Mm-hmm. No, not at all.
Nah, I don't see her. She ain't my hero.
Mm-hmm. Definitely not. Not mine either. Not mine whatsoever.
But that's I don't really know too much what's going on in Milwaukee though, so I can't really speak on it.
Well, they're saying that the man. I'm looking at a story now. They said that fatal shoot of they're mad, touched off by a fatal police shooting of a man who allegedly was carrying a handgun as he fled a traffic stop. Now, I'm not gonna sit up there and say, because the stuff hasn't come out yet, and we've seen already that officers have already moved guns next to suspects, before, and these people didn't. So I mean, that's what it all seems to come out. If they have any video, if they have any video of the cop doing wrong, then I mean, no offense, what the fuck do you expect? But if the dude was wrong on his own, I mean, I hate to say, no offense, what the fuck do you expect?
Yeah.
We can't just say it's not you got to look at each situation differently. You can't just say, every time there's a police shooting, we're going to go after them, because a lot of them are justified.
Mm-hmm. And then to destroy other people's stuff, I mean, that still doesn't. How many riots did they have after a police shooting, and pretty much did anything change after those riots?
Sometimes something. I will say sometimes some things
No, I'm
did
talking
change.
about recently.
Oh, recently? Oh, nothing happened recently.
like the riot that happened last year when that boy got shot in Louisiana, wait, St. Louis.
Uh-huh.
What was it? Ferguson.
Uh-huh.
They had riots up there. Anything changed after that?
No.
Talking about the Mike Brown case,
Yeah.
nothing changed.
Mm-hmm.
So now these people that are rioting, they pretty much don't have a plan. There's
No.
no plan in place. There's nothing. So they riot, they go home, or they sit out on the street, and nothing is being solved. Now, back in the days, it was rioting. They had a plan. They had legislator, or how you ever say the word.
Mr. Williams, you gotta have a plan.
They
Bullshit.
they was pushing papers where they need to go to get things changed. He had Martin Luther King. He was part of a movement that did these things.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all these other organizations, like people hate them. I don't care nothing about them. But what's the LGBT movement?
Oh yeah.
When anybody that disrespect them, I
Oh
don't think they do too much. They don't do too much rioting. They organize and they push papers.
yeah, they do. I will say that. I mean, you really want to get if black men say we really want to fight for any rights, we get the LGBT gay community or the LGBT.
Nah. That's shit. You might as well join the what do you call it? The Black Lives Matter. That ain't no different. They the same thing. I mean, lesbians form that
Get them,
group.
they get their shit done. I'll say they do better than Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, I agree. Because they organize. They don't do none of that rioting crap. They might
Who
do
does?
some protesting, but at the same time they
LBG,
pushing papers.
whatever.
The LGBT is the
Right.
biggest and most powerful
Right.
activist group in America.
Yep.
They have the most power of any activist group.
And what's so bad is they're one of the when you talk about them, they're such a small community when you talk about overall numbers.
And I guess I should say that. I guess I can't say the largest, because the gay community is small, so I correct that.
Right.
But they have, think about what happened down in Miami when they had or Orlando, wherever the gay club shooting was.
Mm-hmm.
They raised like a couple $1 million in a few days.
Oh yeah.
See,
Yeah. I mean, literally. When
that's planning.
Right.
That's
We
called
can get a motherfucking $10,000 for a GoFundMe.
Mm-hmm. And they raised millions in days.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Now these people that's rioting, they don't got no. They don't have no strategy in play. They don't have no plan in play. They just tearing up people's stuff, tearing up other people's stuff, which they have insurance for, and they get the money back through the insurance company if they have insurance on their businesses or their houses or their police cars, which we pay for.
Loss though, you still take a loss, even though insurance. I've seen fires and stuff. I used to work for another company, and we'd have to go in there and do all, count the shit that was destroyed. They still take a loss. I mean, it helps you get back to where you're okay, but trust me, you would never want your shop to burn down unless you got a piece of shit place already, and you know that they're just gonna fix it all up brand new. That's the only time it really benefits you. If your shop is in decent to good condition, actually getting it burned down actually hurts you more than anything.
Okay.
Yeah, especially if you can't find a way to justify everything, and that's why a lot of times by the time they pay their deductible and all that, they really take a loss. Then you take the loss of all the weeks gone by without business, so you're losing all that profit there while you're not, working.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, said they're writing for a man who, according to the Milwaukee Sentinel, in the last 5 years, has robbery, theft and possession of heroin, intimidating a witness, and a shooting under his belt.
This guy that they shot?
Yeah, that's what I'm reading here in the chat box here. He was arrested for those items. So again, another person with a violent criminal past. It just doesn't surprise me.
And that's to me when you have a person like that while you're riding. I mean, not saying that. I think Black's trying to get in. You just called me here. I'm going at him.
Yep. So yeah, that pretty much sums it up right there. You know, you got one of these kids don't have no guidance in life. Don't have no guidance, period. Might text me.
Let's see.
Disrupting the neighborhood.
Yeah, this blaming the police is just another excuse for these type of people to avoid taking responsibility for their personal actions and decisions.
Yep.
That's all it is. Instead of them looking and saying, "Hey, you know what? Let me stop what I'm doing and see if things change for the better." They won't do that. They'll blame white people. They'll blame police. They'll blame the KKK. They'll blame slavery. They'll blame Jim Crow. Everything but pointing the finger back at themselves.
Right. They don't, no one wants to take responsibility for their own actions. That's a lot of stuff with black people. Even in an argument, we'll sit here and talk about all what the other motherfucker did, but we won't say, well, yeah, what we did.
True.
You know what? Well, you know what? I see what you mean. This could have been taken this way or that way. I didn't mean this or that. That wasn't my plans. Black people, we never do that. But we'll damn sure say, look what the fuck you did.
Yep.
Look at y'all motherfuckers sit up here and y'all done tore the shit up in your own damn city. And you wonder why ain't no kid is coming here.
Yeah, if I were, and I know it's not going to happen because everything's so PC, but if I had control over what would happen, I'd pull all the police out of these neighborhoods that don't want black people in them. I say, fuck it. You know what? You hate the pigs so much? Fine. We'll leave. We'll get out of your space. We'll get out of your hair, and then we'll see what happens from there. But it's just real funny and hypocritical how these same people hate the police, but as soon as some shit pops off in their hood, they're calling 911. It's on speed dial.
Here's a question. Like the people in Detroit, isn't that kind of what they're doing? Don't they got some areas of Detroit that's like horrible?
Well, yeah, the thing is the crime has the police outnumbered. So in Detroit, they don't you won't get pulled over for petty shit. You won't get pulled over for weed or speeding or traffic violations, shit like that, because they've got bigger fish to fry.
Wow.
So much drug crime, so much gun crime, so much gang crime. So they can't waste their time and resources focusing on the small stuff. Like in Detroit, for instance. Hey, what's going on, NBA?
What's up, Black?
My phone kept making this weird noise, man. I was driving at the time. This shit is my phone is connected to my truck, to my stereo in the truck, so it's coming through my truck speakers.
Okay, dope.
Yeah, so I had to turn this shit down because it's loud as hell. I'm down here in Fort Payne, Alabama, so I want to get this job done and get out of here fast. I think I see a burning cross over there in the distance.
Yeah, listen to you. Good. Hurry up.
We don't take too kindly to your type down here, boy.
Right. Listen, hurry up.
Yeah, I'm down here.
Come on back home, and you can click that link at the bottom of the show and donate to the debating. Hurry up.
You know what? Hey, check this out. And I'm not trying to brag or nothing. But I get paid in the morning, right? I worked a total of 12 hours last week. I did 3 different cleaning jobs. I worked total 12 hours, and I made $2,600.
Okay, and how much are you paying to your tithes to your shows that you go to? Don't forget to pay your.
I'll try to throw you about 40 or 50 at least.
Nah, don't forget to pay your tithes to the show. Now, see.
Yeah, you know what? I spend so much money on my fucking computers and all that I don't mind helping somebody else come up too. So yeah, I'll definitely donate.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I got 3 different debit cards. So you want the black card, you want the really black card, or you want the ghetto black card.
Yeah, they all work the same for me.
Hey, I'm
Thanks,
down here in Alabama. Don't leave home without it, boy.
Right. Thank you guys for your.
I'm waiting on these motherfuckers to open the door so I can get in this restaurant, but I called them once and they still ain't opened the door yet. Guess they looked on the camera and saw a nigger standing out here.
They said, "Oh, be alarmed." I better hate to say something.
Or they probably see the riot in Milwaukee.
But like this, look. How you doing? I'm like this. When you get pulled over by the police, I'm gonna tell you, like, as a black person, sit your hands up on the steering wheel like this. Look. How you doing? No, we're playing.
See, when I get pulled over, them motherfuckers be like, "Where you get this truck, boy? Who you steal this from?"
Yeah.
It's just the fact that and what's so bad is I've been pulled over. I got harassed a lot by the police when I was younger. But I will admit, I think they only drew the guns on me and did that maybe 2 or 3 times. And both of the times, I remember them pulling the guns out on me. I just remember that act calm, don't move too quickly. And usually after they see that you ain't talking shit, like, what the fuck you do? You ain't gonna talk to me like that. Why the fuck you got your guns out? Then they really relax. I've never.
Well, you know what? We are the ones that hype them up. Right. What our attitude and our behavior is what can turn a regular old traffic stop into a funeral. Right. All you got to do is show them respect, keep your hands where they can see them, and you'll go home. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just like he said on training day. You want to go to jail or you want to go home?
Right. I want to go home.
Give me the money, Jake. Give me the money. Let me go home.
Yeah. You know what I think too is a big thing that does not work in our favor. Is the way that we speak, our dialect, using proper English, speaking properly. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a black guy, I'm 250 pounds, I got tattoos on my arms. So just from my image, I already know I intimidate a lot of people, just based off that. So I make sure that I speak proper English, I speak fluently, things like that. So when I open my mouth, people say, "Oh, okay, he may look it, but by the way he talks and his calm demeanor and calm manner, he's not what I thought he was." Right. If a cop comes to you and you start speaking all types of ghetto slang and ebonics and all that stuff, it's not going to work in your favor, because that's going to work against you to categorize you with these other, ghetto ratchet folk from the hood.
Right.
Hey, Leslie.
What's up?
I saw where you commented on my video today. Me and Andre talked about it earlier on the Hangout, man. What was your opinion?
About what?
About the video I posted today.
I haven't even watched it yet. I made that comment based on the other comments, so I got it in my queue to watch.
Okay. I thought you had seen. Well, I'll let you watch it before I ask you then.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys are the only people that give me an honest answer on shit. That's why I prefer y'all opinions over like assholes in his comments room that I don't know. Like Andre hit me up like right after he saw it. He hit me on the Hangout. We talked for a good hour or two about it, and he told me, even though we kind of have a little whiff of what people are, we're not gonna stop them from coming, and he right. I told him that I agree with that. That we know we've got some double agents in our midst. We ain't gonna ban them like the other side does. That's what makes us different, and that's what makes us better. So.
Not gonna be childish. As I said, we're not gonna be childish or stupid. We're just gonna continue on. We'll weed them out as we go.
Oh, did I tell you, Andre, that I got a damn thing from Google today? I don't know. I didn't read the whole thing, but basically, I guess somebody sent one of them little things in trying to get me flagged down. I guess it was a warning or something from Google. I don't know. I was on my way out the door and didn't get to read it all. But I guess somebody tried to flag my channel or something. I don't know. It's the thing on it said hate speech and violence. And I was like, hate speech and violence? I ain't been violent towards nobody. What the hell are they talking about? So I might have to deal with that crap in the morning, I guess. Now, I didn't know it was that easy. I didn't know that Google was like, it was like as simple as clicking a button, you could fuck somebody's shit up. So, I don't know.
I think a lot more than that. They can click and start it, and then you might get a notification, but it still take a lot more to get you that way. They usually try to.
Yeah, well, I've never had it happen before, so I didn't know how the process goes, because this is the first time somebody tried to flag me or whatever. Because I know I done pissed some people off, but none of the people I've ever made mad has went this far, so.
I didn't know Google does it too. I thought it was just YouTube.
No, Google owns YouTube.
Oh.
Yeah, they the ones that own it and operate it, so.
Oh, okay. Damn.
Yeah, every time you get something about YouTube, it's from Google.
Yep.
Well, that's the nature.
I'm still getting invites, even though I'm already on here.
Right.
What the?
Yeah.
But you got to be careful. You sitting in the trends now. We don't want to hear about nobody else getting shot. But we were talking about.
No, that's why I'm staying in my truck until they open this door.
We were talking about. Okay, did you hear about that? Basically.
Oh yeah, I was watching it. I was watching it on the news earlier.
What do you think about that?
I think that we as black people, we do the wrong thing when we start rioting and tearing up all that, because we never accomplished anything by doing it. I mean, look at the L.A. riots when Rodney King got beat. All they did was burn down their own neighborhood, and it didn't stop the LAPD from beating the shit out of niggas. It's a waste of time and property and money to tear up your own damn shit. And here's the thing that get me. They riot, but they never go to the neighborhood of the people that they're mad at.
Hell yeah.
You mad at the white folks, but you never go to the white neighborhood and tear it up. You always tear up your own shit.
Yeah.
And I never understood that about riots. It's like, I'm mad at you, Mr. White Cop, but I'm going to blow up my own house. It don't make sense. It is dumb, man.
Well, you know what that's about, man, because, these people are cowards, man. They're not going to go into white neighborhoods. They're not going to go to these police departments. They're freaking cowards, man. They talk a lot of shit, a lot of yelling and whining and complaining and screaming, but they're not going to do anything.
Right.
Have you noticed that white folks have literally just decided, instead of trying to go in there and break it up, let's just make a police line to keep them contained and let them tear it up. They did the same thing in Ferguson and all these other places where they riot. They just make a police line to make sure they can't spread into other neighborhoods, and they let them tear their own shit up. And you remember back in the Rodney King shit, the police came in and actively tried to stop it.
Yeah.
And they learned their lesson from that shit. Now they just stand back and watch. Yeah. They just let them tear their shit up. I'm sorry, I would too. You bought that house. You really want to burn it down? Go right ahead.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll make sure as an insurance. Oh, go ahead, Andre. I'm sorry.
All right, you can finish. I've been running my mouth all.
I was gonna say, if I was an insurance company, I would be watching the live news feed of that shit. And everybody I see out there tearing up shit, burning stuff, all that, I would cancel their insurance policy immediately. I wouldn't pay for shit if I was an insurance company in that neighborhood.
Well, to a lot of insurance companies too, I don't know if you know that sometimes insurance companies, have you ever heard of them paying people to leave their insurance company and go to another company? Because sometimes if they are like heavily divested in the area, they know that a natural or a big fire like that could damn near bankrupt their, company. So a lot of times they do, where they don't put all their eggs in one basket. But one of the problems too with black people, if we're gonna riot, then we need to do this too. That's one of the things we got to show about, talking about best ways to riot. What do we just do this? You know what? Y'all motherfuckers gonna do this shit? We ain't gonna spend no fucking money. You know what I mean? Don't spend no damn money. You really want to hurt them back? Think about it. Fuck burning down the damn stove. What if nobody went in the motherfucker no more?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hey, I agree with that.
You heard them.
I mean, Kentucky Fried Chicken stock need to go down. Escalade and all them, Suburban, all they stock need to go down.
Right. Tell them.
Because they their customers, Negroes.
If you really, I hate to say that's the best way to fuck them. Say, you know what? We ain't buying that shit. Nope. What we doing? No, we gonna. I guess we gonna buy from the grocery store.
Have you noticed when white people protest, they protest with their pockets, and what happens is you see some big CEO on TV giving a farewell speech because people that white folks they don't spend their damn money.
Yeah.
Motherfucker be on TV giving his resignation because that's the only way to get people to start spending money at that company again. They force motherfuckers out. Black folks, we just tear up shit. It's because we violent. Black people are naturally violent, and that's our outlet for emotion. Our first and second and third emotion is always anger. It really is.
Well, that's what happened here too. I remember in one of the cities, Papa John's had made a shirt dissing LeBron James, right?
Yeah.
Literally, 3 days later, Papa John, everybody was in Cleveland talking about, well, you know what? Fuck it, we ain't buying no more Papa John's pizza, no more. Within like 2 days after that shit, Papa John's had to do something where they say, "Are we sorry?" They said that they were sorry, and then what they did is we're gonna give everybody allowed a 2 pizza maximum, 23 cents. They had to bring workers in from out of state, and I mean literally.
Can I ask a question about that though, about Cleveland? This is what I don't understand.
What about
Everybody got mad at Papa John's, but when LeBron went to Miami, they were burning his jerseys all over the city. You know, that's kind of being a hypocrite if you ask me. Because like there were like hundreds of YouTube videos of people burning his shit.
There was only a couple, and half the people that were burning the jerseys.
I seen more than a couple, Andre.
They were doing it for views.
They were weenie roasting his shit all over the time.
They were doing it for views. Like if you look now, I hate to say, if you go to a Cavs game right now, you go get on a train or do anything in the city, you will see a lot of motherfuckers with old Cavs shirts on still.
Yeah.
So it ain't the fact that, because motherfuckers said, hell no, I ain't burning my shit up.
I'm an OKC fan, and I got upset when Kevin Durant left, but you know what? I said, fuck it. Russell Westbrook signed a 3-year contract, so he's staying. You know, and we're going to have to rebuild the team. Ain't nothing we can do. I knew Kevin Durant was going to leave, but, you know, folks still got mad and burned the shit anyway. I ain't burning something that I had to spend a few, you know, 50, 60, 70 bucks on.
They burned Kevin Durant stuff?
Yeah, you didn't see there's some videos on YouTube right now where they were burning his jersey in Oklahoma.
Wow.
A whole bunch of folks.
Now I will admit Kevin Durant did worse than LeBron. Because he went to
Kevin Durant did a punk move.
Yes.
He went to the team that just beat him.
Right.
You don't fucking go to the team that just eliminated you. Nobody was mad that he left. It just, if you look at it, it looks like he's trying to get a quick championship ring. And he looks like he don't have the ability to get it on his own. You know? Right. So he had to go to a team that's already stacked with a bunch of good players to get a quick ring. Now, if he come back to Oklahoma after getting his ring, you know, like LeBron did, come back and then win one in Oklahoma, they'll forget all about this shit. Right, when LeBron won that championship in Cleveland, you think they care about Miami anymore? Hell no.
But this is the thing. Okay. I just want to let you guys know, we can hit from my friend to let me know that problem. All right, but go ahead. So, Mod's watching in the chat room.
Wait a minute, they finna start that bullshit again?
In fact, I just got a hit from a friend of mine. A friend of mine that's my friend more than theirs, and they warn me every time I got shit coming to me. Controls you need KP, you too. That way, too, if something happens and I can't boot somebody, you can boot them too.
Okie dokie.
All righty.
Damn, man. Do they ever give that shit a break?
Mm-hmm.
Jay, you got the link on the Hangout. Khalid's trying to come in.
Carletta here. I'll add her manually. I know hers.
Yeah, I had to get on in the chat room. I said, hey, how come you ain't added your boy? I said, how come you ain't been on the show? He said, I will the next time.
There you go. You've been at it. But
Yeah, I'm probably gonna be doing satellite shows for the next few days. I got a lot of different cities I got to drive to do work, so it's gonna be hard for me to actually sit down long enough to do a show.
right.
I'm gonna probably be doing a little video. Actually, when I finally get this restaurant open, I'm actually doing one of my own location videos right here at this restaurant. But I'm
Right.
probably gonna be on that way they don't pick me up on camera doing it.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I got a lot of fans that like my own location videos where I just
Mhm.
bust out the camera and do a video right where I'm at. So I promised them I'd do a new one.
Okay.
And to be honest with you, it's a I'm doing it also because I decided today I'm making a clean break from the previous topic. You know what I'm saying? I'm breaking from that. I'm gonna go back to talking about shit people care about.
Right. Talking about
Yeah.
like black, about ignorant black people sitting here rioting over dumb shit.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna do a video on that tomorrow when I get home, because I'm probably not
Yep.
gonna be home for about 5 or 6 in the morning. But I'm gonna
Okay.
watch the whole. I'm gonna watch the whole news feed over to make sure I get it all, and then I'm gonna let you know how I feel about it. Because I'm sorry, dumb niggas tearing up their neighborhood really pisses me off. It's stupid.
Right. And I mean,
Hey, South Train.
why? I mean, I don't see why, but I mean, that's what we need to do. As black people, what we say is, you know what? Say fuck it. We want to really do some shit. Say when Black Friday comes, if everybody we could set up something. I mean, think about it. Them motherfuckers would be shitting bricks.
Hey, when the new
Yeah,
Jordan come out, and
Yeah.
they still just sitting on the shelves. They
Yeah.
sitting on the shelves 8 months later.
Now
I
see,
bet you they'll think,
black people could really do if that they said, you know what, fuck it, we ain't gonna buy no more Jordans.
man, you know how much money they would save if money they would save and how bad that would hurt Nike and Jordan.
Hmm.
If black folks say, you know what, we tired of niggas getting shot in the street, we ain't buying no more Jordans. You know, we ain't buying. And I'm gonna tell you, man, that you would have Michael Jordan himself out doing a public service announcement then,
I mean,
because when you hurt their pockets, that's when they listen.
but I've watched them. They be sitting up there waiting on. I mean, literally, like it's a neighboring city next to us that's like run down where you can damn near get shot right there going to the gas station, and them motherfuckers still be sitting out stores in front of the places like that to buy Jordans.
Yeah, you got to hit people in their pockets, man. You can't go through the neighborhood tearing it up. That never works.
nah, it doesn't. It don't. And make it so bad. It was a riot 49 years ago
Mm-hmm.
in the same city. So
All right. It was.
But
And
then they wonder why white people think we violent.
Because we are.
Exactly, and we prove it.
Yeah.
We prove the stereotype every time we do something like this.
look
Every
at this.
fucking time.
Yeah, no, that's the discussion we were having earlier. Is that
Look
people
at
are saying that if white people cross the street and clutch their purse and lock their doors and this and that when they see black
right.
people, they have every reason to, because the stats and the numbers show that they're more likely to be harmed when they're in the presence of black people. And it's not racism, it's just a natural survival instinct, which
But
you would
I know
use
a
in
lot.
any other circumstance if it
Yeah,
wasn't
I know a
about
lot of
race.
I know a lot of black dudes who literally say, "I'm finna go rob me a white bitch. I'm finna go rob me some old white man," because they have this predatory belief that white people are easier targets than black people. They really
Right.
do, and because they know that if they try to run up and rob another black dude or a black chick, they might get their ass whooped or get shot. So they targeting white folks. That's why it kind of pisses me off when I'm at the mall and like some white people coming towards me and I'm headed towards them, and you can see the chips of them going to the other side of the aisle. Even though you ain't done nothing to them, you can see them moving because they see you coming. And I don't care how nice you dress, I don't care how much money you got. All they see coming is your skin color, and it scares them. And it's because of these dumbass little young thugs running around doing shit.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
And them, I'm gonna say them people up there rioting. what they need to start doing, honestly, and I mean the government, is they need to just start arresting folks. Just get it all on film, and like a few days after it's over, start knocking on doors, serving warrants. We got a warrant for your arrest, destruction of government property. What are you talking about? I was in a riot. Yeah, you was tearing up shit too. Put your hands behind your back. Don't try to do it while they out there rioting, because that'll exacerbate the situation and make it worse. Just wait till it's all over and everybody done cooled down, and all these niggas think they done got away with robbing stores and shit, and just start knocking on doors. Because the Ferguson thing was terrible. They broke in this man's store, took all his property out of his store. They burned another store. That kind of shit cannot be tolerated if we are a true American society. It's not a black or white thing. We Americans.
Mm-hmm.
And we shouldn't allow other Americans to carry on that fact in our neighborhoods. It's dead ass wrong. I would lock all the asses up. See, black people believe we believe because we getting mad for a cause that puts us above the law. You know, and I'm sorry, I don't give a damn who got shot. That don't give you the right to come in my store and take everything and burn it down. That's bullshit. I don't give a fuck who got shot. That's wrong. And have you seen they did a documentary on Ferguson, how many business owners left, and they said they're not coming back because they couldn't believe that people in their neighborhood did that to them. You know, destroyed their stores and stuff for no reason. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't come back neither. That's why black neighborhoods don't have shit in them, because people are afraid of us. While I live in a white neighborhood, I got grocery stores, I got a mall, I got a video game store, I got a fucking 2 or 3 car lots I could go shop at. So that's why I live where I live, because black neighborhoods are fucking deserts. There's nothing there anymore, and it's because of black folks being fucking violent.
Right. That is true. I mean, a lot of times it just, like I live in a high Jew in my city, in Cleveland Heights area. We have a lot of Jew population, very high Jew population, and literally, like I do admit that has stopped us from, getting like red light cameras, because they tried to bring that bill here, but they were real strong against that. On top of that, one of the things I can say too, if we can learn some things from the Jews, they cater to their own. I mean, literally, we got like 2 other grocery stores here in Cleveland Heights. I never see a Jewish person in any of those grocery stores. They only go to theirs. I mean, that's just what it is. They go to their grocery store, nowhere else. If you understand what I'm saying? If you're not Jewish and they're not a Jew, when they go to get their car repaired, they go to when they go to buy gas, they go to the Jew gas station. Literally. Now, the Jewish gas station let other people buy gas, but literally, when you go to the gas station, like it's a gas station, and we always say that gas station always higher than the other gas stations here in Cleveland Heights. But it don't mean shit. The Jews still go to him. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep, that's what you call not integrating.
Literally, you see the other sign across the street with a different, with Lord, they still go to him. So I mean, they support each other. They say, I may pay 30 or 40 cents more, but I know I'm helping out somebody like me.
Yeah, what makes them so successful?
I mean, we need to learn black.
Well, the thing is too about, and I hear blacks talking about, oh, we need more black businesses and the thing in the hoods and this and that, but it's like, I'm sorry, black businesses are going to be the first ones targeted.
Yeah.
You open a black business in the hood, this shit's going to get robbed. It's going to get destroyed. People aren't going to want to pay your prices to have a sustainable living, to make a sustainable living.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, y'all, I got to go and get this manager to unlock the door. I'll get back on in a few.
All right, man. Thanks.
All right, man.
All right.
Stopping by.
I'll see y'all soon. Bye.
But you're right.
Yeah, it's funny because I've got my shop. I live 4 minutes from my house. I mean, my shop is 4 minutes from my house, and I live in a predominantly white, upper middle class neighborhood. Mm-hmm. And I've never had any issues with white people. You know, all this stuff about racism and white people hate blacks and they don't want to see blacks advance and succeed. Well, I'm sorry. I live all around white people. I've never had my shop robbed. I've never had a cross, a burning cross in my front yard or in front of my shop. Never had my windows broken. Been living around white people for years. Never had my car stolen, rims stolen, house broken into, robbed at gunpoint. But lo and behold, when I was in Detroit around blacks, all that shit happened.
I mean, well, think about it. Even Ice Cube and them said this, oh, I'd never leave the hood and all that shit. But then what happened? Motherfuckers kept breaking into his house and shit. What the fuck you expect?
Yeah, I think it's certain areas though, cause I mean I never really lived in a. Let me see, did I ever live in an all-white neighborhood? Well, now I am, but that's only because my job pays for it. But before then, I was always in a all-black neighborhood. But it's the areas. But there are good neighborhoods that are all black. I try to stay away from like the ones that are run down. Like in Charlotte, they have a nice area off of. It's like two sections of Beatties Ford Road. One is towards downtown, which they're kind of building up, and it looks decent. And they have one where it's like the high class, like black people, so-called black people, that got houses. I mean, if they ain't working downtown, they probably got their own businesses, but they're nice areas. So I think it's just the area, and it's easy to notice them, the rundown ones, and also the ones that look good. But yeah, I agree, and I seen both. I seen both neighborhoods. But then with the business, I think with the Jews, what Andrew was saying, I think the Jews are so successful because they never integrated with white people or with us.
You know, you're absolutely right, Critical. What ended up happening with the Jews, they understood, I don't need nobody. I could build my own shit.
Yeah.
It seemed like we talked about earlier about the major leagues and when blacks start integrating.
Yep.
If blacks start keeping their own shit and stop asking or looking for approval from whites, you'll be much more successful.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree. That's what we were talking about earlier, KP, is that, and this is where I disagree with Dr. Martin Luther King, because I think he's the one that spearheaded this whole we've got to integrate with white folks and be accepted by them, instead of saying, you know what, let's not try to be in a place where we're not wanted. Let's build our own shit and say screw them,
Yeah.
Right.
I can agree with some of that of Dr. King, because you're going to need the political power.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to need that kind of integration. Like I tell anybody, if you want to be successful, and this goes to anybody who's listening, get around the people who are successful, learn from them, and use every single thing that you learn.
Correct.
So now we have learned from whites. We should be using that shit against them to build our own shit.
Yep.
What white people do.
That's all white people done throughout history. They had to go in and integrate in a certain community and then take that motherfucker over.
Yeah.
That's why they came to America.
Yep.
Think about how many whites came to America at the beginning of time. It was only a handful. You had the indigenous Indians here, and they learned their ways and fucking slaughtered every one of them and took their shit.
Yeah, that's exactly what they did.
You gotta learn from the natives.
And then they sit up here and say, hey, Thanksgiving, we had a great time. No, the fuck you didn't. You killed everybody.
Thanksgiving, if we wouldn't have saved your motherfucking ass, we wouldn't have got shot later on.
Yeah.
And think about this, though. They had learned, they were smart enough to learn from the people around them, to learn how to work this type of soil. They came here, they didn't know how to fucking plant shit. You can't grow everything in every continent.
Right.
True.
So they learned, and they just took the fuck over. Now as black folks, you learn their ways, why don't we take the fuck over? You're 13% of the population. Now, I think Jews might be smaller than blacks. I'm not sure.
And they're about one of the richest communities in the United States.
Yeah, Jews have more of the money. When it comes to distribution of wealth, they own more of the money. Because a lot of them own, some of the biggest billionaires, they're Jewish.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it's no excuse. It's just we don't have, some of us don't even have, I ain't going to say some of us, but majority of us don't try to require the knowledge to know how to learn, especially from mistakes, or just learn, period, to survive. They rather just keep their hands out and hope somebody's going to give them something.
Victimhood and irony.
And same for support too. A lot of us don't support each other as well.
Yeah,
definitely not.
I mean, we even when we open our own businesses, how it is with with black people, we always want a discount from our own people. We always want to be treated a certain way from our people, and we treat them a certain way, thinking they're just going to be okay with it. That's kind of the problem. We have to act, and I don't want to say act like the white people, but again, when you say learn and take over, in the same sense, that's kind of what it takes. I mean, if you think about the corporate world, it's built around, I don't want to use the word white America, but everything about corporations are kind of white. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I work for the state, and I mean, like, even though it's a pretty integrated place, the head honcho is white. The under them is white, and then there's a woman, and then there's a black person way down there somewhere.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, please go ahead.
I agree with what you're saying, and we shouldn't feel bad about saying, like if you say you don't mean to. Well, this is the thing. If you're going to learn, you have to learn from, or you should learn from people who've already done it. You shouldn't have to reinvent the wheel. So if you pull from them what you need to build your own, you're not reinventing the wheel. And so to say, I'm going to take what these folks have already done and then build on it, I mean, that's a nicer way to say it, I guess, than use what they know against them, kind of a thing.
True.
There's no reason to reinvent the wheel. If what some other person is doing works, use that outline.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true too.
Look at YouTube. Look at how we're all on YouTube right now. I mean, it's the same theory.
Yeah.
We all have platforms. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, bro.
I mean, we all have platforms. I don't really have one, but I don't really want one. But I mean, if I did want one, you guys and other people who may have issues with it or not, they've kind of like the way they built theirs. You can almost take that same format, like we were speaking of, and just build your own. And it doesn't have to really be in competition with the person. You're just showing that you can do it as well. And black people throughout history, I'm not gonna say they haven't done it. I'm just gonna say I just don't know in terms of results. You know what I mean? Like, what is the results? We may have tried it, but what usually are the results of that?
Yeah, I don't think that I don't think the knowledge accrued has to be necessarily used against someone, but to pull that knowledge and use it for to build a community, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think that whatever is built has to be used against someone. It's going to be used for the community. So to see how one community built something up and became successful and use that in your own communities, there's nothing wrong with that. But I really think there's an advantage to that if you do look outside at other communities. Let's say if black communities look outside at other communities, when you take a look at the black community, they need to pull some of that from the other communities. They need to say things like, what you're doing is bullshit. They need to say, we're not going to protect this type of behavior, and if this continues, we're going to annex you out of the community because we're not going to support that. They have to look at what other communities do. In the white community we live in, if people started doing that kind of stuff, they'd be run out of town. They would, and it would be the children of the people who live here. Even though it's the children of people who live here, people are not going to accept that, even in their own families. Like in my own family, if somebody's pulling some bullshit, no one has a problem telling you that, I can assure you. You know, and you have to do that. Communities and societies have to do that. Otherwise, you're accepting a bunch of bullshit, and then in the end, it turns out to be a bunch of people who are tearing down what we have already built. And you can't allow that. And so to do that in your community is pulling from what other communities do. So you're not necessarily using the accrued knowledge against other communities, but you're pulling from that knowledge and applying it to your own, so to build something nicer.
Yes.
I'm not saying to use knowledge against somebody in a negative way. What I'm saying is to use it against them to start your own shit. Now I'm not dependent on you anymore.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So think about every single thing that we go do, just in our day-to-day activities. We go to Walmart or any other of these major chain stores and buy shit. We should be buying our own shit from our own stores.
Exactly.
Yep. That's just like an intern.
Think about this. How many times have you guys seen a black tailor?
How many times?
I don't try to see
one. Fucking existent now.
I've never seen
one.
I've seen a couple.
Yeah, I'm saying this shit is we have been wiped out, but we'll go take our clothes and get tailors at the white store.
Yep.
Or the Italian store.
Yep.
You can't even find a black haberdassery anymore.
Yep. And another thing, you can also look at it just like an intern. You know, you go to school,
be an apprentice.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, you an intern or apprentice, and you're learning to get his job.
Exactly.
You know, I don't know about if maybe get his job to replace him, or just learning his skills so you can go to another or start your own, whatever
Absolutely.
the process.
That's what we used to do.
That's true.
Right. That's another way of looking at it too.
Or I give you another example. The last time you seen a black pharmacist?
True. We got street pharmacists over here.
On the street.
Corner don't count, right?
In the street.
Exactly.
And this is shit that we used to have every day in our neighborhoods.
Yeah. Yep.
We just got so dependent on everybody else to do our shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
And most of the time when you find, and this is shit that pisses me off because I like to use blacks to do business with. I do. The hard part is motherfuckers always trying to get slick.
Yeah.
Yeah. And one of the things is someone said too in the chat room. What do? You go to a McDonald's in a white neighborhood, good customer service. Go to a black neighborhood, bad customer service. Because one of the things is black people too. They have a look on any business they run. Well, motherfucker, I should give you whatever service I feel like giving you that day, and you should still buy from me. We've lost respect for the customer, but I hate to say that just goes to instill it furthermore. We don't respect each other.
True.
I mean, another thing, they don't respect themselves, but they don't also respect how to make money, or they don't respect providing for themselves.
Well, that's looked down on in the black community, though. If you're making money, you're a target. If you're actually progressing, you're a target.
And if you're in a situation, you're a sellout.
But that's what I'm saying. Like once each individual starts respecting making money, and also being in a position to make money, and knowing that this is not yours, but you are, contributing into making money for this company because it's providing a place for you to stay, providing food for your family, Once they have respect for the establishment they work for, they'll have a better respect for the things outside of it. Like the people that come in the store, they'll say, "Hey, how you doing?" They'll have respect because that person is spending money. Now, if you don't have respect for that person, if you don't have respect for yourself or your establishment you're working for, or the money that you're making, and the fact that you're providing for your family, I mean, you're gonna have a hard time. Nobody ain't gonna come in there and spend no money with you. So that's all.
My dad always told me. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
My dad always told me that your job is like your house. There's an echo somewhere, but my dad always told me that your job was like your house. You know, when you grow up, at least with your parents, you're supposed to learn certain things. Is that me or somebody else? You guys hear that?
Hear what?
Oh, there was an echo earlier, but like he always said, you know, when you grow up and you pretty much get the tools at home, you're supposed to be able to one day move out on your own and do your own thing, right? And so whoever comes to your house, you treat them in a way where at least you treat them like a customer, you know, like when people come over, you tend to get your house all cleaned up and you tend to have like the best kind of food or the best kind of, you know, you just get everything looking nice for people, right? And then it's very similar. And then of course one day you will move out when you get older, and then you have to start your own journey in life. In a sense, it's kind of similar to businesses. When you work there, you're not there to you're there to represent them, but you're doing it for yourself. And I don't think a lot of people, especially the young people, understand that. And older folks aren't really teaching them that. At least it doesn't seem like it. At my job, they didn't teach me that. I kind of had to learn from my parents or from outside sources. But once I realized that, everything got easier. You know, I stopped complaining about a lot of things. I'm sorry.
No, I was laughing. Go ahead.
Yeah, see, so it's like, and then eventually I kind of want to do my own thing. It's software related with the technology and whatnot. But my job is not really a technological job. But the stuff that I do, it's an outside work where I'm paid to do applications, but I'm actually fixing printers and fixing computers and here and there. I'm doing certain things that are outside of my job qualifications, and I've never asked for a raise. I kind of want to, but the reason why I'm doing it so I can basically have that record when I do apply for an IT job that I have witnesses saying, you know, well, he did this and did that. And I don't know about my own company, but it may inspire me to do so. But it goes along with what we're saying, how African American community should be inspired to want to do things like that. My only issue, like I said earlier, was with, you know, the customers. How are they going to treat you? Because I've been in establishments that were black, and just the attitude, whether it's the people that work there or the ones who are shopping there, they want discounts. They don't like the fact that they get charged a little extra because the people have to charge you extra because they're not as big as Walmart or Target or wherever, you know.
Right.
You have to pay a little more to support your local on-pop shop, so perhaps one day you can do another. Say you can ask them, hey, you guys, you know, can I open a store? Can we franchise this and make it to where I can open the store? That's your store, but I'll be working for you as one of the managers of your other store. And then eventually you guys will learn from each other. But I've never seen that day. I know you guys, some of the older people, have seen that day. I haven't seen it. You know, I don't know much about that.
I've never seen it.
I always see it in the next.
It does exist, but it's very few and far between.
I see that in Mexican community
all the time. Like, Asians too.
Yeah, I see that in, like, especially I had because I stayed next to some, like in Charlotte. I stayed like there's a you know, black, so-called black community, and then right like across the street is a Mexican community. I mean, you go over there, they got everything, and they got their little kids in there learning what dad and mommy doing, and then, you know, years later you see them running the store and stuff like that. Or you see them opening up a store across town.
So not even like that. You ever notice when you go to those stores like that with them, you see the little kids be like 7 years old ringing your ass up.
Yeah, yeah. Like I went to this. Yeah.
You know, one of the things with blacks, we don't know how to leave a legacy.
True. True. Scared to leave a legacy.
Yep.
You ain't lying about that.
Yep. Scared to. And then make it so bad that they never prepare for one either, because you can drop at any time, and they looking at your will. You don't got nothing. You never wrote nothing. You never talked to nobody. Kept everything to yourself.
Most folks die leaving nothing but a debt. Leave your ass with bills. That's the only thing we do.
Yep.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hey.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay, thanks.
So we got to get better at leaving legacies to our next generation.
That's true.
And that's how these other cultures, that's how they survive and they sustain their wealth, man. They know how to do this shit. Like you said, you got a 7-year-old kid ringing you up at the motherfucking liquor store.
Well, so bad. Damn, you actually said, I just thought about that. There's this liquor store that opened right here in Sanger Heights, the neighboring community next to me. But they run by foreigners. And I do admit, I see little young kids in there help ring it up. Like when a person don't have alcohol and shit, they ring it up to chips and shit, you know? They putting chips and shit on the shelves. They making sure everything all straight on the shelves. And you sit up here and say, wow, yeah, that is true.
And the thing is, because most of us don't want to put that kind of work in.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of work to maintain a fucking grocery store.
Yes, it is.
Can't
and we don't want
imagine.
to get off our asses.
Work to maintain any business, though.
Absolutely.
True.
You can't even maintain
ordering, stocking, inventory, finances. It's a lot of work, and most people don't want to take that extra couple hours out your day and do the shit right.
That's true.
Well, and most of us who start a business, we have no business plan.
True. They just look at it as like, I'm gonna just start a business without going from each step.
Mm-hmm. Or they just want to get rich quick.
Right.
You're right, KP.
That's why most people don't succeed in the music industry. They have no fucking plan.
Well, a lot of them actually don't understand how the business is ran anyway. They think, well, just because you see this person actually doing it, I'm gonna get on that quick, and it don't take like it takes
get all that money.
But here's the thing is this. One thing is too, what they say they don't have a plan, but a lot of times is we as black people, we don't want to teach nobody else because we worried they're gonna do better than us. So we don't even want to share the information.
Very true.
That is true.
Crab in the barrel mentality.
That's a double-edged sword too. I also say that's a double-edged sword too because we all know somebody who's actually willing to teach somebody, but once you teach that person, that person might get a big head and be like, fuck it, I don't need nobody in this, and they don't.
But here's the question: you got a successful business, right? And you teach another black person how to open up another successful business. I mean, that's what you should do. It ain't like he's gonna put you out of business by opening up another business.
No, it's all in competition. I mean, we are a capitalistic society. Everything is based off competition. So it shouldn't be to the point where like, well, he got a business, I got a business. Okay, I hope to see him succeed. People don't think like that.
Right.
But what I'm noticing is that, for example, Dre or somebody can sit somebody down and tell them from A to Z, and the person is getting it, and that little person goes and gets around somebody that has visual effects, meaning what do you call it, materialistic that they just deprogrammed everything Dre took the time to tell that cat.
Right.
With a young person. This is what I'm starting to see a lot of too.
This is my ideal of teaching people. If I'm going to teach you my business, do not open up your business in my area.
Right.
Why would I make competition for myself?
Also,
most of the time you should have that agreement if you don't teach them that much.
Yeah.
And most of the time, how would they be able to get your suppliers. So unless they get your suppliers, they would never be able to undercut you.
True.
Yeah.
I also had this thing about.
That's even in the game right there.
But it falls back
Also,
to the
it's
teacher, though.
the
The
point where
teacher
you can
should.
teach somebody and try to teach them something, and they not listen. I mean, in the black community, that seems like that's a normal thing. It's to the point where it's like, well, man, I got this idea about this, and I can tell you how to do this, and they'll just be like, whatever. It happens all the time because it happens with me, especially like telling people like different tips or whatnot. And like, hey, in music, this is I found the golden ticket. This is what you can do, man. I'm gonna do it this way. Okay, you can, but check this out though. Nah, man, I ain't trying to hit all that. All right, you know what? Fine. And that's how some people are. In a lot of ways in the black community, that's how a lot of motherfuckers are. It's to the point where you actually try to explain to them and break down ideas and share ideas. That's the whole point of it. It's like, okay, if I have an idea and you have an idea, at the end of the day, we both leave with two ideas.
Right.
People don't think like that.
True. Plus, it's harder to make a point when you have already. In other words, if you're like trying to make a point, you have money or you have a car, a nice ride and shit, it's very hard to be taken seriously what you're saying. Because they looking at you like, nigga, you just talking all that shit because you in a good position. You know what I mean? These people are more inclined to listen to people that probably sit on the steps all day eating a cheese sandwich. And to be honest with you, I've taken more better advice from people that didn't really have much of nothing than people that did have everything. I'll be honest with you.
But it's also your presentation. It's also your presentation too, because if you don't present it right, you ain't gonna be listening. Nobody ain't gonna spend the time to listen to you or even take you seriously.
Well, in that case, I'm gonna put it to you like this: the truth ain't always packaged in a pretty package. You got to take it how it is. Some things you got to take how it is.
Well, you got to understand what type of the people that.
Then they miss the boat.
Talking to. Some people you're gonna talk to that's gonna take it, and some people that you talk to is just they're gonna see it as some baloney. I heard this before. I got a better idea. I'll holler at you another time. So sometimes it's about your presentation.
True. And for God's sake, don't mix God in it. Don't mix religion in it. And you trying to make a point, you really lost them then.
Some people you gotta leave behind.
Yep.
Well, yeah, that is true too.
Gotta leave them alone.
But I always look at it like this: I don't care how it's packaged as long as I get it. If you get ideas.
You can't have that type of attitude because.
Well, no, I'm saying it's like everything. The reason why I say that is because everything is always packaged to you in certain ways. Like if somebody gives me certain things, anybody in this room could say something, and boom, an idea could come up right now in anybody's head. But it could be said a weird way. Some people will take it that way and run off with it, or some people can just be like, I'm gonna just leave that right there. Who knows?
That's true.
I take everything in consideration. I'm not that right there. That's how you actually like. You can't be like not have that mentality because tell you the truth, the Jews have it, the Asians have it, white people have it. We don't have it. I have that mentality of you tell me anything, I'm listening all the time. So if you actually tell me anything and something spark up in my head, I'm not gonna tell you what I'm thinking, but in my head I already like, okay, I'm gonna catch you. I got you exactly what you're saying. It's good to have that mentality because that mentality shows a lot of risk too. You could actually take an idea and it might fall in your face. Oh well, at least you tried. You've done that. Somebody else might actually be like, you know what? Let me try that too and they might do better than you. Who knows?
So do you think at this point we should just basically individually live by example, positive example? Do you think that may help?
I think so. I personally think so because nowadays, you barely have role models. And then on top of that, I find it funny, and I've said this before, I don't understand the hood when it comes to this because we shun intelligence. We shun wisdom. Think about it. How many grandparents you see in nowadays society? I still have my grandmother. She's about to be 70. I've had my grandfather when he was alive. I had my pops in my life. I had my moms. I had my grandparent, my great grandparent. I've learned wisdom from old people in the neighborhood, the OGs in the neighborhood. I took the time out to actually
to listen.
And people tend to not do that nowadays. That's the problem with the black community is lack of wisdom, lack of understanding, and the ability to apply knowledge, not just like I gain knowledge. Okay, what you gonna do with it? You can actually have something, but what are you gonna do with it? Execution is key to success. So how is that gonna help me if you actually giving me knowledge, but okay, you can put me in the world's biggest and greatest library. I can sit in there and read all those books and for months on end. I have knowledge of everything I feel. And if I don't apply it, who's the fool?
Well, that goes a lot with the black community, though. A lot of times we don't apply the knowledge, let alone want to attain it. So, I mean, we may know and don't give a shit. I mean, we lazy. I mean, I've seen so lazy. I mean, all I do is look around and see lazy kids. They would stand outside a door and bum for a dollar or two here or there from people, rather than saying, well, hey, can I pump your gas or can I carry your bags, something.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot more.
So when you have that kind of knowledge, do you guys find it weird when you obtain knowledge that you get shunned?
Not anymore.
Especially by your own people. He's right.
Yeah.
It's like you're being highly disrespectful if you have knowledge that like basically is all the way out the box or something. You are disrespectful.
Let me put you.
It's funny that you guys say that because like you have these dudes who claim they're trying to be morals, but instead of giving everybody that knowledge that they have of being a more, they sell it. Just like most of these speakers, when they go and give knowledge, they sell it. That's not giving knowledge. That's selling something to the people. Like I understand if it's a certain type of knowledge that you ain't gonna get nowhere else, that you might have to, because sometimes like when you go to college you gotta pay for knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I was just about to say that.
So I can understand certain type of knowledge, but I don't think any knowledge should be priced. You get what I'm saying?
Well, okay.
But
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But I also look at it as, how did you obtain that knowledge? Because it wasn't free either. Everything in life is not free. No matter what you do, everybody can be like, well, knowledge is free. No, because somebody had to fail at something and lose something in order to gain something. That's always
some things is by intuition. Some people are gifted. Some people,
those things should be passed on.
No, but I'm not gonna lie. I've had the same thing happen. I've helped two people start their business in real estate, right?
Right.
And all these people to say, how the hell this broke ass motherfucker with no damn money, but know how to manage my money and help me, But I realized the mistakes I made. I saw
exactly.
I just never had the money to do it myself.
Right.
Exactly.
And like the first person, they never met me before. They just knew my best friend, who's a female friend of mine. She's about 20 years older than me. And she just said, man, this young guy right here, I know. If anybody could, if he can start anybody's shit, just listen to him. So she's like, well, fine. This one woman, she said, well, fine. We're going to go ahead and take a risk. And we're going to go out with you. We're going to listen to your boy. We're going to do what he tells us to do. They went out and bought their first house, right? Now they're looking for their fourth. You understand what I'm saying? Now you understand what I'm saying. Literally, you go from, and like I told her, the female of the relationship, she gets a little emotional with stuff, and I tell her, I say, well, you don't understand. some months you just gonna break even, or you gonna only make $100 or $200. But the fact is, you don't realize every month that goes by, you're paying more on the mortgage. You're paying on all those mortgages, so you own more and more. It just don't seem like it because you giving, this money to the bank to pay back the loans to start the business.
That's right.
I said it, but think about it. You don't have no kids. 10 years from now, when everybody, you've already got 2 houses paid off. You're looking for your 4th. It's good. And I mean, think about it. You can always, your upkeep ain't gonna never be $1,600 a month. So you're gonna always come out ahead afterwards.
That's right.
But
That's right. So you're an asset to others, but you can be a burden to yourself.
True.
That's us people. I'm the same fucking way.
I think everyone has the potential to be their own worst enemy,
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
You ain't lying about that, girl.
Like I said, I
only competition myself.
Yeah, like I appreciate the people who, like, one of the reasons why I was late starting the show tonight is because I went over there to help one of the people that, this was the woman I told you is looking for the 4th house now, and this was 2.5 years ago. She started with just nothing. And I went over there to help her because I said this, hey, this person, she don't complain. I get first dibs on any work for her. If I give her any advice, she actually takes it. And I'm never shunned to, like, say, oh, well, I know more than you or this, that, and the other. Because when it all boils down, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have shit.
That's right.
I'm respected as, you may be the broke one and all of that, but technically, she even said, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you were given respect.
Exactly.
So I may not, you know what I mean? And literally what I said, you don't even ask me how much the work gonna cost. You just bill me. Because, hey, I know I gotta pay. I'd rather pay you than someone else.
Right.
Yeah.
And, I mean, she respects me enough to know that, hey, I'm not gonna kill her on the prices. Because one time she did try to go and get a quote from someone else, and they were way more than I was. But I think she realized she almost lost our friendship there. So then after that, from what I've heard, unless I'm like super busy and can't get to it, she won't call nobody else.
You got some black people that think that the more they pay for some shit, the better the quality.
Nah,
y'all ever known people like that?
All the
Certain
time.
cases.
All the time.
Why do you think
Starbucks.
Wait, as far as like by saying that, what as far as like you mean different products like what, clothing or something like that?
Just just anything. Just anything. The more they pay for something, they think they got the best quality of something. I went to a department store and bought myself a little jumper set. What do you call a little running suit? I washed the shit in cold water, and it shrunk.
Have another cigarette.
And the damn thing cost me $50-something. Now I could have went to a cheap ass store, got a suit for $10, and ain't never happened to it. See what I'm saying?
That's definitely a status thing.
That's subjective though. That way I can say that's subjective. To certain things it may apply, certain things it may not, depending on what you actually paying for. And I can give you many examples. Cause like, okay, let's see. For the example of paying for, let's see, sound engineering equipment, the more you pay for it, the better the quality, the better the sound. I can't say that for a car. That's to me not that in clothing. That's stupid because a t-shirt over at Marc Jacobs and a t-shirt in Walmart, they both the same t-shirt. They both like cotton t-shirts. One just has a name on it, the other one doesn't. Now that applies to that. To me, that's being ridiculous to that.
At the end of the day.
Yeah, that's pretty much what they're doing, paying for the brand. If you're paying for like computer equipment, the more expensive that component to the computer is, the better the quality. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That whole argument is subjective. I understand what you're saying, but it's still subjective though.
That's where the not all comes from.
Not all.
Yeah, now you can use that shit. Now you
Not
can use
all.
that all.
Like this computer, I got an Acer computer. This
When
Acer
they,
computer. Go ahead,
oh,
Smith.
all right.
Go
When
ahead.
you do that, I mean, it's a status thing. They feel like they have to keep up with the Joneses, so to speak. And I see that a lot. I've taken a lot of jokes about, I've always taken jokes about, like, the car I chose to drive or things like that. Like, you know, they're like, when are you ever going to get rid of that car? You know, and they all have these cars that they're paying high car payments and insurance. And I'm like, why would I get rid of a car that's running just fine? You know, because
Girl.
I have paid a car payment before. I actually paid a truck payment. I still have the truck. And once I paid that thing off, I said I'll never do that again. Unless it's the dream car, which is like a 69 Roadrunner, I'm never paying a car payment again. And I don't have to keep up with the Jones, you know?
I don't blame you.
We're
I
like
made that mistake.
we both work and, you know, we do pretty okay, but I mean, we clip coupons and save money where we can, and the where we can part is what the other fella here was mentioning. You know, you have to spend where you, or save where you can and spend where you need to, you know?
Right.
Yep.
I need to learn how to clip coupons for real.
I got a text here you can have.
Did you email them to me?
No. What we gonna do this? We'll do a show one day talking about saving money and how black people, we can do that. Can be a topic of a show too one day.
Hey, we're going to make sure KP's on that channel.
Yeah. But no, one of the things I said I was gonna do is, since you guys are, you know, first ones here with me, you guys are gonna be allowed to pick topics, so y'all can all pick topics too.
Okay.
All right. I may start the first show off with that, and then we'll let let you guys come to a consensus. Pick the next one if I do two in a row.
All right.
That works.
That way, you know.
That works.
I want to say something about what Black Boy said about that more information. That stuff is free. If anybody's selling you anything, it's bootleg. It's bootleg information. If anybody's selling you anything.
Yes, sir.
No, what I mean by that.
No. Let me finish. Because
okay.
I am part of a Moore Science Temple of America, and I never paid for no information. Period. I've been doing this. Matter of fact, I'm an officer of the movement. I've been doing this ever since I was for pretty much a long time. And we don't sell no information, and we tell people not to buy no information, because if you buy any information, it's bootleg. All you have to do is join a temple and learn. That's all. That easy.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and respond to that right quick.
Go ahead.
What I meant by that. Okay.
No, I ain't talking about you. I was answering Matt Black Boy's question. Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
I wonder if that stuff that they say about Moors is real, because like my cousin, he's studying it, you know, and
does he have a grand sheik?
All I know is
is he part of a temple? Then it's bootleg. He's probably just on YouTube watching. He just got YouTube hours. That's it. If he's not part of a temple, he ain't paying no dues. He doesn't even have a membership card. He doesn't even know the founder of the movement. Then it's bootleg.
I just want to know was like, because most of the stuff that he was saying,
he probably just got offline. He probably print some information off online. And
he said he paid somebody for the information.
But most likely, these are the questions you ask them. Do they have a grand sheik? Are they part of a temple? What temple are you part of? Do you know the founder? Do you have a card? That's the question. But anyways,
Pat, what are you doing, Pat? Hot dogs. What?
Wait, what?
Somebody barbecuing.
I think it's a burger and hot dogs.
Hungry over there. I getting everybody
Like,
hungry.
wait a minute now, man. Hold up. You can't be talking about food right now, man. I'm hungry as all hell.
And while we take this food break, I want to thank you guys for watching the show. Please like, share, subscribe, and donate to the show to let everybody know that you're feeling the debating woes.
Definitely.
As we sit here and talk about hot dogs and food to eat.
Stay hungry, my friend.
Yeah, stay hungry, my friend. You're right about that, because I definitely am hungry. I sit up here and put me a cup of coffee, a pot of coffee on.
As much as he be outside, he might as well go ahead and fire up a grill.
Ew, Andre be doing shit like I be doing. That's cool.
You
Must be my twin brother.
No, I'm having a caffeine attack. I have not had Pepsi in...
How long?
I stopped.
How long?
I will admit, maybe that's one reason why I snapped the other day when all that shit went down.
Caffeine.
No, for real. That was the second day, and usually the first couple days I'm bad. I stopped like Monday night, Tuesday, and then think about it. Wednesday was it Thursday? I had that incident, and I snapped over there and started yelling at him. Because I will admit, like my son even said the same thing. When you ain't get your Pepsi, I'm gonna coffee because I'm fiending over here for
caffeine is addictive, though.
Oh yeah.
Grab a Snickers, Dre.
To be honest with you, I probably don't have any. I haven't had a Coke since the age of 18. I don't drink soda.
That's what's up. That's what's
that
up,
shit
man.
make
Me too.
It's terrible. I
drink coffee all day though.
Me too.
Only time
I would drink coffee like it's going out of style.
Yeah.
Most of the time, I'm drinking like water or whatever.
I'm with you on that too. Water and coffee.
Well, actually, I drink tea, but my tea is not caffeinated though. It's like I drink herbal tea, like different types of tea. So I've been drinking.
There's only one tea I can't drink. There's it's called Dong Quai. It's really for women, but it gives me a damn migraine from hell. I can't drink that tea. And it's for women.
For women.
Oh.
Dong Quai. QUAIDONG. I can't drink that shit.
Why is it for women? Just out of curiosity.
It's like for your internal organs, estrogen, your estrogen levels and stuff like that.
So what will happen if a guy drinks it?
Oh, he probably gonna grow some titties.
I don't know. Shit. Men are eating food, they got all the damn estrogen getting titties now, so it's hard to say, honey.
Wait a minute now. Hold up now. I don't need no damn breastises on my damn chest now. That's not. Wait a minute.
I see little young guys with little mosquito titties now.
We ain't having that. Mm-hmm.
It's coming from somewhere.
Coming from here.
And all these little brothers ain't on no Risperdal and all that. They use them damn pills as an excuse because they don't want to acknowledge that the problem is coming from the FDA. So they starting to blame them on them pills and shit.
I'm glad I watch what I eat.
Blowing you up over there, kid.
Nah, but that tea give me a headache. And I can't afford to have migraines like that. That's why I don't do no whole lot of hollering and cussing and fussing and stuff.
Yeah, right. You always hollering, girl.
You know how to get my point across. If somebody tell me my name ain't what it is, then I'm going to be screaming because my name is what it is.
Then what your name is, then, girl?
That's the only time I get, little high pitch like that. But other than that, I don't argue down nobody. It ain't that serious.
Yeah.
I like black tea.
I don't want to.
Black tea is good, but I like English
Friendship
breakfast.
is more valuable to me than arguing with you.
I like that Earl Grey.
At least that's how I see it.
Earl Grey is good too.
Some people don't see it like that to me.
Chamomile.
Oh yes, chamomile is good.
What else I've
Black tea is the
tried?
strongest one though.
Senna leaf tea. Senna
I've
leaf tea
had
make you poo poo.
Yeah, yeah, it'll say it on there too. It'll say laxative.
Oh,
We
Yeah,
we
laxative
tea
tea.
here, but we don't put any. It's just straight tea. There's no sugar or any, no honey or anything like that in it. No milk.
You echoing?
But that might make it English tea. I'm not sure.
I remember.
Say again, Miss KP.
We like to drink tea here, but it's just straight black tea. But whatever kind it is, we just don't add sugar, honey, or milk or anything like
oh,
that.
wait a minute. That's me echoing. I'm sorry.
What you put in your tea, Miss
I'm
KP?
sorry, guys.
Honey
That's
or
me echoing. I'm
sugar?
like, huh? I forgot I
Neither.
got the
We don't eat
headset sitting
sugar
next to
here
the
like
computer.
that.
I
You
put
put
honey.
honey?
No, because I mean, honey's a natural sugar, but we don't eat sugar at all like that. Any
Oh,
sugar.
okay.
No, just put some ice in a glass and drink it.
Yeah, just
What?
black tea.
Nigga tea.
I
I
put honey in
like
mine too.
milk,
It tastes good.
honey in mine. Milk and honey.
Okay. Isn't that the way the French make it?
Well, I mean, I am from Louisiana, so.
I have a point.
Yep, that's why.
You know,
My
I'm
uncle
from Baton
usually drink
Rouge,
tea like that.
But like even when I was overseas, though, I was having my tea like that. I also had some juice. I wish, and I still have flashbacks about that shit. But I had some juice that was like made from strawberries and apples. Man, I tried to sneak that shit back on the plane. That didn't work out well. But you know, the tea
They
they
probably
had over
thought it
there
was
was
a
like
liquid bomb.
They don't got no they
Real
don't got
pretty
no stuff
to
out
make your
there.
own. You
I
can
couldn't
finish
sneak it
your
through
own.
customs, man. That was one thing I couldn't take back through customs. I couldn't take the food or nothing back. I was like, oh.
My girlfriend got a bottle of Jamaican rum over here from customs.
Now I've had
Right.
authentic Jamaican rum. I've had real
That shit was nice too.
Russian
It was
vodka.
smooth.
Their beer and liquor is the shit we drink over here is bullshit unless you actually know what it is.
Garbage.
It depends if you know, because I know a lot of reps around here because I used to bartend and I know a lot of them. I'm like real cool with them. And man, I've seen a lot of stuff that was authentic, and I've had some shit. Even when I was overseas, I had some shit. Man, they'll put you on your ass. Like just
Oh, I
going
believe that.
into a bar overseas is completely different from here, unless you actually
Che-
go to certain bars and whatnot.
Cheap liquor mess you up too. Cause I was sitting up on the bar stool one day, and I was fine, and I can't drink something together. In other words, I had a screwdriver, so I had the vodka and I had the orange juice in two different cups. So I'm sitting there drinking the vodka and sipping on the daggone orange juice. Next thing I know, went to get up, almost bust my ass in the damn floor. That shit got to me so damn quick, and I felt good. It wasn't nothing wrong with me, and that was the cheapest damn vodka they had. So I was like, see, that's the cheap shit.
Okay, Carletta, on that note, I want to give everybody a last go round on what they think, why you shouldn't act a fool and all like that in public, especially like when you deal with the police and all like that. And then we're going to end this show right here. So I get everybody one last say on the topic. And while I'm at that, thank you guys for watching the show. Please like, share, subscribe, and definitely donate down there. Hit that button down there. And thank you for watching Debating Woes. All right, go ahead. You can get one last take on it before I shut this show down.
Go start first.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Whoever.
I just feel like whatever happens, it can't be easy to be pulled over in a situation and feel intimidated. But I just think the bottom line is to just do what you have to do to go home. Just go home.
Mm-hmm. Right about that.
Solid advice.
I
co-sign that. I'm sorry.
I agree with that, but the other side of it is, if you're a jackass, please be a jackass so we can eliminate you.
I'll co-sign that.
That's a double co-sign.
That's right.
Co-sign both of y'all.
You play a stupid game, you win a stupid ass prize. So if you actually want to act a fool with the police, knowing damn well what he could be capable of, that's on your ass. Don't try to actually have us like up here trying to march for you, especially like you done some dumb ass shit. That's just, I'm just being real.
My reasoning for not acting like a jackass for the cops is because I want black people to stop making all black people look bad in front of these other races.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Co-sign to that one too.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I said that's one problem because black people we have the stereotype more than anything. So black people should, if anything, we need to erase that stereotype and become. I'd rather be known for being too docile than we don't need a couple, decade to being too docile before we actually even lose that stereotype because
Yes,
people
sir.
all in the media. I mean, it's what you see every day.
Yeah, it's true. Which is sad.
Anyone else would like to comment?
I agree with everybody else here.
Okay, well, we have all agreed here. No one else has anything to say. I want to thank you guys again for coming out there, watching our show tonight, Debating Woe. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put the link in the description box so you all can join over because we'll start a new show. It says 25 minutes, but we'll probably start in the next 5 minutes. So just go on over there now. Thank you guys out there, the new listeners, for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, donate, hit that button down there. You see, already we put batteries in the clock, if anybody knows. And we'll catch you guys on the flip side. Say goodbye, everybody.
Peace.
All right, y'all.
Bye, everybody.
All right.
Have a happy.